M はスバル君を愛しています。
M。俺はエミリアが好きだ。
Pause. This scene, the infamous I love Amelia scene. Bruh, that takes me back. That takes me back to 2016. Better times. The I love Amelia scene. When that first came out, the rage in which people got, the internet was on fire. Only the likes of the whole 02 would like come back. My God, the rage that people felt. But what if I said that whole scene, that whole I Love Amelia scene, was supposed to make you mad? They meant for you to get angry over it. You were supposed to feel upset over it. And why do I think that? Why do I think that that scene was supposed to make people angry? Well, we're gonna find out in this video. Hey guys, Randy Razor here, and we're gonna find out why I say that this scene was supposed to make you mad. So, let's go. Okay. Quick part. There are gonna be spoilers. ReZero spoilers. So you have been warned. Okay? So let's start. So what I have to cover for you to understand, for you to know why I say that scene was supposed to make you mad. You're gonna talk about Rem's whole development and arc, and Amelia's the scene of Amelia's being mad at Super. So let's talk about Rem. So let's talk about Rem's backstory. Rem was born as twins in the Demon Tribe. The Demon Tribe are a tribe of demons. And how demons work in this world is they are born with 2 horns. Most of them. Those 2 horns are where their powers come from. They help them like steal mana in the air and like make some more powerful. So twins have the special case that they are only born with 1 horn, the horn being split up between them. And there's a tradition between the tribe that twins are killed because of the disgrace they put into the demon tribe because they only have 1 horn. So they're gonna kill him. Rem starts crying because she's a scared child, and Rom actually protects her because she is powerful. So when the villagers see that power, Rom and Rem are spared because he got a, power, and probably they couldn't just kill Rem because her sister would protect her. So what happens later is during their lives, Rom is always considered the superior one, seen as the more powerful Rom. Rem tries to show them. Their parents don't really help with this. Like, they're not mean. They're not like, Rom's the best. Rem, you suck. No. They're more like, Rem, you'll be there one day. You'll be as powerful as your sister one day because you're your sisters. You're your sisters. You gotta have like something. So one day Rem's like, my sister's better than me, so I'll do something that I maybe can do better than her. I'll cook, clean, all that stuff. And she decides to cook and clean because that's what she's good at. So she goes into the forest one time and she gets in troubles, and then her sister saves her. So, her parents are like, please, Rem, we don't want you hurt. And Rem's for the first time is like, you two, you acknowledged me? Because Rem's not used to, acknowledgement, and she's seen as, the lesser half of her sister, so she develops a inferiority complex. So the tribe is one day attacked by the witches cult. So this is a cult that supports witches, and these witches kill everyone in the village. Kill everyone besides Rem and Rom. I think they can escape somehow. But during that thing, Rom protects her sister, and her corn is cut off, meaning she is powerless now. She can only do some, like, basic attacks. So she is powerless now, and she now has to rely on Rem for protection. Fast forward, saying the Lord Roswell saves them, and they become, his servants. And that's Rem's backstory, basic overview. Just a simple thing. It will explain a few things later. So next we gotta talk about Rem's relationship with her sister Rom. Let's talk about Rem and her sister Ram. Okay. So this shouldn't be that long. I'm just taking a few examples. So Rem always, after the whole village massacre from the witch tribe, Rem, it just sees herself as an inferior copy of Ram, and she feels like this all the time. She will defend Ram to the end of time. She will say Ram does everything better than her. Everything. And when Subaru comes along and says stuff like, geez, it seems like Ram's just a worse version of Rem. And Rem's like, no, my sister's way better than me and everything. It's like, but no, your sister seems like she's bad at tons of stuff, and you're just cleaning up after her. And she's like, no, my sister is better than me. She will defend her sister to the end of time. It is a inferior complex. She really keeps it going she only sees herself as worse. She only sees herself as usable. Like we're gonna talk about later. She only does stuff herself because that's the only way she can feel like she actually is useful. So even though her sister might be worse than her in most things and can't really do much, she'll still defend her and do it herself, because that's the only way she feels like she's atoning for what happened in the village, and because she thinks it's her fault that her sister's horn was taken away. Yeah, so her relationship with her sister is mostly idolized. She puts her sister on a pedestal. It's not very healthy, all that stuff. But what can I say? But I think that's all I have to say about that relationship. Now, let's go to the next one. Subaru and Rem. Subaru's relationship with Rem is big because it's a gigantic change for the character. It changes her character, better for worse. I don't really care. Subaru's idolize and his naive, his optimistic view on the world, before suffering through countless deaths, besides that. He's finally the person to melt the ice queen, icy heart of Rem, because by the beginning, when you first meet Rem, she's very cold, she's very rude, mean, you know, icy personality, like very common. But once at the end, whenever she meets Subaru, whenever Subaru actually, you know, does everything for her, her heart melts, and you get this, like, you know, adorable scene where she's very cute, very cute. Honestly, that's mostly what I wanted to say. Sorry if this was a really short part. Hey, doesn't matter. This video's gotta come out at some point. Okay, since we're already kinda, this video's kinda a bit too long, so I'm gonna clump in the Amelia fight scene with Subaru Suffers Fest. So let's get on with that. So, coming off of Rem's whole arc to make the viewer really love the character and like her, and that you're like, dang, I really like Rem, because Rem is the only other character besides Subaru that gets the most fleshed out and development, because barely any other characters besides like Beatrice, I think, get much development. None of them really do. Like, so then you get to the whole argument scene with Amelia and Subaru, which Amelia is all in the right, but doesn't disdain from the viewer still not gonna like it as much. The scene's not gonna be the most favorite of most people. Like, yeah, you're not gonna, not many people are, it's supposed to make you not like Amelia. It's supposed to make you be upset with her a bit, because, like I'm saying, I'm going through this whole narrative that whole scene is I love Amelia scene is supposed to make you angry. Yeah, exactly. So Amelia is all in the right, but doesn't disdain from the viewer disliking it. So from that, Subaru has the gigantic suffer arc. The most suffering we've seen to this point, where he goes through death by death, suffering at some point, leading to the point where he has ask Rem, hey Rem, we'll live here, leave with me, so we can go on and live a life far away from all these people. And Rem proceeds to give the most heartfelt and great, beautiful speech ever. And then raising Subaru's spirits. Raising his spirits. But to the point that no other girl has done. Not even his idea. At that point, he was willing to sell out Amelia's spot for any help he could get. As a candidate, she was willing to sell her out. He was willing to sell her out to any of the other lords just because. And they all backed off of him because he was greedy, because he was selfish, because of all of that. And in the end, it leads to that scene when he finally gets off his feet because of Rem. And what does he do with that help? He tells that to her face, I love Amelia. And that was on purpose. They were made you mad. Of course, they didn't think it would, make the whole internet go on fire. But hey, we've seen the internet go on fire for less. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I accurately explained or decently explained. Maybe it just rambled on for like, I don't know how many minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes straight. But hey, who cares? So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.